you? Am I going to trust you with my heart being operated by yourself? No. So when you see a prophet in a religion says he slept with his daughters, do you think people will take him seriously? There was a prophet. I think it's a prophet. Lot?
No, but it wasn't a prophet.
The Bible says he's a prophet. He must be a prophet, right?
You know the story, right?
So he's not a prophet because of that.
No, but you know the story of Lot. And in your heart, this is actually what happened. He slept with his daughters. Honestly. Do you believe this?
In the Bible, there's a particular prophet who slept with his daughters.
It's Lot. I agree with this.
Now, do you really
This
think...
isn't the story. They made him drunk, so they
Did he sleep with his daughters? Eventually.
not willingly. Not willingly.
It doesn't matter. Did he do
He
that?
was drunk. He didn't know what.
So he gets drunk. And a prophet of God gets drunk. Do you think when someone is drunk, he's able to communicate about God properly?
But God punished them because of
Sorry.
King David.
Imagine you getting drunk while you're doing operation. Would I trust you for my operation? No. Right. So how would you trust a prophet of God drunk and saying, God tells you to do this and do that?
Okay, Lot, it wasn't a prophet. He didn't prophesy nothing. He just
Did God communicate with him?
David. It's not Lot actually.
David,
Malik Dawood.
daughters of Lot slept with him in a cave because they thought the war was ending because of the Sodom and Gomorrah.
It's not the issue is how can you believe in a book which gives you picture of prophets and messengers
God condemned
who are
this.
supposed to
God
be
didn't say
role
it's right.
model, who are supposed to be your
So
best
Muhammad
example.
is the role model.
Of course he is. Do you have any problems with him?
Of course.
What problem?
Many problems.
Give me some examples.
What about Aisha?
What about
His
Aisha?
child bride.
Child?
She was 6.
You call her a child when he got married.
She was 6, right?
No. Slow down. What age was Mary, the mother of Christ, when Joseph, who was 90 years old, married her? Maybe 12, maybe 13. Is that a child?
Did God?
Excuse me, is that a child?
I don't know the age. Yeah, maybe she was very young.
Oh, Rachel, Leah, and Rebecca, there's many others. Was she a child? Less than 14 years old.
Okay, so her husband, is he a prophet?
I'm asking
it's not
you a
an
question.
example.
The mother of God got married to a 90-year-old, and you're saying it's okay.
I'm not saying it's okay, but
So you are
he's
not.
not an example for humanity.
So it's not okay. So you condemn it altogether. Yeah. So you're saying God should not have been born through her. God meaning Jesus, God. Yeah. You're
her
saying
husband,
no.
he's
Think
not
about
Jesus'
it.
father.
Think about
She
it.
was virgin, right? You believe it? Jesus.
But you're okay with the mother of God marrying someone who's
I
married.
don't know when she consummated the marriage, but Aisha was 9, so
She was an adult. Do you have a problem with adult marriage?
would you let me marry your daughter when she's 9? And I'm 30, I'm not 50.
Let me ask you this question again. Do you have a problem when adults get married?
I don't know.
Exactly. She was an adult. What's your problem?
9.
Okay.
She played with dolls.
What age do children become adults?
Whenever they decide it's time to get married, if her husband was 9, then maybe it was alright. He was 50.
You're again really not discussing this on a purely level of thinking. If someone becomes an adult at the age of 12, are you going to say, no, that's not right?
I would agree prophets made mistakes.
Sorry.
Even our prophets made
Talk
mistakes.
about adulthood. What age someone becomes an adult?
Essential, at least a few years after puberty. So at 9, definitely you're not
What
in
is-
a mental state to get married.
Do you know what
You are
puberty
50
is?
years old.
Puberty is a beginning of adulthood. Do you accept it? Right. What does it mean, adulthood? It means someone is being ready to conceive, ready to have relationship.
I don't think you would give your daughter to
So
marry
am
50
my
years
daughter, not
old.
daughter.
So in your heart, you know this is wrong.
Hang on. You are really an individual who has issue emotionally, not rationally. I am saying an age of adulthood is when they have passed the age of puberty and they're about to now conceive. In this country, a 9-year-old got married to a 10-year-old and they had a child. Are you going to condemn that? That they're babies and they're children? Babies don't have children, my friend.
First of all,
Do babies have children? Look, babies are incapable of producing children.
even some kings of England had a child marriage. But
Everywhere, the marriage was not like 18 years old.
I agree.
You have somehow been what we call suffering from presentism. Today, people are told you should get married just before 30, and then when 40, you can't have any more children. So you have a closed window, or something like that, or 18, 19, 20. Look, the present society tells you marry when you have an education, when you have a degree, when you have a job, when you have a house. No, that's not the age of marriage. Age of marriage is when you have reached adulthood and when there will be no harm.
I understand you do mental
In the marriage.
gymnastics to explain
You
this.
call that mental gymnastics. I can clearly see you
call it
are very
otherwise?
uncomfortable because you know that that's what it is. Biology has determined when an adult becomes an adult.
In your heart,
And yet,
you know this was wrong.
in your heart, you know Islam is the truth. No, I said the same thing. In your heart, you know Islam is the truth. Why don't you accept it? In your heart, I'm making a similar kind of statement. In your heart, you know Islam is the truth. Are you going to say no, it's not? So it's just a statement, my friend. The reason why God put a rainbow in the sky, do you know? In your Bible, so that he will be reminded of a covenant that he made, a contract that he made. Does God need reminding by a rainbow? He doesn't. So what you read in the Bible, you should ask yourself, could it be actually from God in the first place?
Okay, so the Bible,
Did you ask that question?
so the Bible doesn't come from God then.
You have to conclude. You make that conclusion yourself.
I believe it does.
It's not from God.
I believe it comes from God.
So when he puts a rainbow so he can be reminded, can you ask yourself, why does God, who is all knowledgeable, need to be reminded by a rainbow?
Where did it say this?
In Genesis. Have you not read the story?
I've read the
The
Genesis.
story of the flood, where flood happened, then God made a covenant with Noah, the prophet.
You believe in the same Old Testament. So why
No,
are
I
you
don't.
asking me?
I don't.
What do you mean?
I don't.
Because
I don't believe in
the
that.
Quran is based on the Old Testament.
No, Quran is not based on the Old Testament. The Quran is not based on the Old Testament. Who told you that? Where do you get this from?
Isn't Muhammad? Didn't he tell if you have doubt, go to the people of the book and the Torah? No. What do you mean? No. It says in the Quran.
So again, you're misrepresenting what the Quran said.
So
The
what
Quran
did it say?
spoke about the Prophet. وإن كنت وفإن كنت I think وإن كنت شك ممن نزلنا. It goes like this: if you are in doubt, the whole Prophet, as to what we have revealed, then ask the people who are reading the scripture before you. But know that the truth has come to you, so don't be of those who have doubt. So it was addressing to the Prophet of Islam. What was his response?
I don't know what.
لا أشك ولا أسأل. I do not ask and I do not doubt. I don't doubt and I don't ask. Because Allah told him on the same verse, now the truth has come to you from your Lord. So don't be of those who doubt. It was a rhetorical question. If you don't know, go and ask him. But he says, look, I have already accepted and believed in you. And I'm confirmed that the revelation you've sent to me is the truth. So I have no doubts. I don't need to ask. So don't just bring in, again, where did you read this? You didn't just happen to read the Quran, flicking the pages and you came across. You read that somewhere or watched that in a video written by Islamophobes, produced by Islamophobes. Again, you've been misled once again. You need to ask yourself, how am I going to learn about the Quran? By watching these videos and books or articles? Or am I going to open up the Quran myself and see what does it have to say?
I will read the Quran.
Thank you. Please do that.
Even if I would read it, I don't believe it comes from God.
When you read it, you will engage with it. And you will find out where it's
Do
from.
you believe in the heaven, of the Muslim heaven with 70 virgins and stuff like this?
Only 70?
How many then? 1,000?
Look, in heaven,
They believe you will have virgins for you.
Do you believe in heaven?
Yes.
Right. What will you do in heaven?
First of all, in heaven,
Brother, give him the chance. What will you do?
do you think you will have?
Actions-wise.
First of all, there won't be any sexual
No,
need
don't
in
say
heaven.
what you will not do. My question is specific. What will you do? Not what will you not do.
What do you mean? How could
You
I
believe
know?
in heaven?
How could I know?
Do you want people to go into heaven? So I wanted to know, okay, fine. What is heaven awaited?
From our Bible, there are not many details about heaven. So we can only
You
speculate.
expect people go to heaven because that's the ultimate destination, right? Good. What will we do in heaven?
Have sex with virgins?
No, I'm asking you.
No, just live in peace and harmony. There won't be any sex or man and woman or.
You're saying there won't be this, there won't be that. Don't tell me what you won't do. What will you do in heaven? What will I do in your heaven? What will he do in your heaven?
Live in peace.
What do you mean live in peace? When you say live, doing what? Would he be having peace in eating something? Would there be any food to eat?
It will be a different state. We can't compare it
So
to
tell
what
me
we
about
do
it
today.
then. Tell me about it.
I can't tell
You haven't got a
I don't
clue.
know.
So how can you aspire to go to heaven when you haven't got any idea about it?
Okay, you tell me about your heaven.
In our heaven, there will be pleasure, joy, peace, tranquility, contentment. And the good pleasure of God where we will see God.
You will have virgins.
Wait a second. Try to understand what I'm saying.
I'm very curious about the virgins.
Listen, you are so jealous of the Islamic heaven because you don't have it in
It
your
sounds
religion.
incredible to be
No,
honest.
no. I can clearly see how jealous you are. In fact, most Christians are. The reason they talk about all this because of jealousy, because they know they can't get anything like this. In this life, they want to have so many beautiful women in their lives, and they know in heaven there will be none for them.
Okay,
But Islam offers that. Islam offers companionship.
Okay.
Islam offers
Will
contentment.
you have 70
joy.
virgins, please? Can you ask this?
Slow down, my friend.
Please.
Basically, in Islam, there will be spiritual contentment and happiness as well as physical.
I don't believe physical would be.
I mean,
We don't believe this.
it's up to you what you believe, what you don't. But this is the reality. In your
Reality,
concept of
where is
religion,
this reality? It's just your belief. It's
in
not
your
reality.
concept of heaven, you don't even know what you're going to do. But I'm telling you, God has already told us, God created us spirit and flesh. And He will reward us with spiritual and bodily happiness and joy and tranquility.
For me, this is. Or if I was an atheist, this wouldn't sound right. You know, for
If
for
you're
God
an
to say,
atheist,
okay, if you
would you
believe
want to
in
go
me-
to a heaven not knowing what to do? He doesn't even know what you're going to do.
It doesn't matter. This.
Okay, fine. Do you find companionship and love?
But please explain this
One
verse
moment,
about
what?
the 70 virgins.
There is no verse about the virgin. So let me ask you this. Do you feel in this life companionship? That you want to have companions?
You try to
and
divert
friends?
from the question.
No, because I want to know if you have feelings in this life and suddenly all of it is taken away. All the good things that makes you happy is going to be taken away in heaven.
I believe
in your belief.
I believe we won't have any needs like hunger, need for sex, need for different stuff.
So would you be happy?
Because the spirit doesn't need sex.
Would you be happy then? Why was Jesus in the Bible having fish and honeycomb when he was like spiritual body?
He had human nature as well.
No. After his resurrection, he was still eating flesh of fish and honeycomb. So
He was still
basically,
body after the resurrection. Because
so
people hug
when
him.
you are resurrected in heaven, would you have a body?
No.
But Jesus had a body.
But he was still on earth, not in heaven.
So where did Jesus say you would not have a physical body in heaven? Did he say that to you?
I don't know if it specifies or.
Then you're basically making
not
up.
very important for me.
It's not important. You don't know what awaits there for you. Is it torture in heaven? Or is it pleasure in heaven? Is it contentment in heaven? Is it tranquility in heaven?
Jesus said we would be like children when we enter heaven. So we would have to be like children.
Yeah, but what will you do in heaven?
Children have orgies and 70 virgins.
In your heaven.
Nothing. I don't believe they will do anything that in the Quran.
So you're again talking about negatives. What would they do in your heaven?
I don't know.
You don't know. So is there anything? Imagine somebody wants to sell a car, and the customer asks, "How's the car? Is it good?" He says, "I don't know." "Is the car comfortable?" "I don't know." "Is the car fast enough?" "I don't know." "Is the car robust enough?" "I don't know." Would you think a customer would take that car?
We only know from what it was revealed.
No.
I can't
What has been revealed? What has been revealed? What has been revealed?
We don't have too many details.
So you go to a car dealer and the car dealer says, when you ask, "Is the car any good?" He says, "I don't know." "Is the car robust and good, comfortable, speedy?
Who am I to
Is
give
the
you
car,
that?
is the car really good in the sense that it's a good structure, the metallic body and so on, or is it going to just break apart?" Every question he says, "I don't know, I don't know." Okay? He said, "Okay, is this
Who am I
car
to answer you what's
stolen?"
in my mind?
He says, "I don't know." "Is this car really in a working condition?" He says, "I don't know." Would you buy that car?
This analogy has
Sorry, would you buy that car?
No, but-
Good. So about heaven, you don't know anything. So why would anyone want to go to your heaven when you haven't got a clue what heaven is like? And yet you become jealous of Islamic heaven because there's going to be bodily enjoyment.
First of all, I'm not a scholar. I don't represent the Christianity or. I'm just.
You'll be surprised when you read. You won't find much information there anyway, not much. That is why we say, look,
I agree
in
with this.
Islam, Allah has given us certain descriptions of similarity. There will be food, but it won't be food like this. It will be like it was, we used to have something like that. So because what awaits there, no eyes have seen, no one has tasted, but there's something God has given a comparison so that you can appreciate what's there. You will not feel any fatigue, you will not feel any tiredness, you will not feel any headache, nothing. It's all about being happy and being joyful and being tranquil and being content and being peaceful and being what? Fully. Someone who say like, "Yes, I am feeling someone."
With this I can agree, but I don't agree.
That
when
is
you
Islamic
say
heaven.
You will have 70 virgins and a white servant, a boy white as light, or something like this. That this verse.
So if I find someone,
Who are the virgins then? Where are they
God
coming
created
from?
them. He says in the Quran, He creates them as a special creation.
So they don't have a soul then.
So, if God creates, look, when people now, I mean, think about it, subhanallah, people are making plastic bodies of human beings.
So it's like
and
a
they're,
robot.
wait. And they're making them for their enjoyment. God creates companions for your happiness. And you're saying, "Oh, does them have a soul or not?"
Reward.
They can interact with you.
I believe this was.
It's a reward. And you have.
I believe
you're
this
saying
was
it's a-
invented by Muhammad to attract people. Okay, come to me. I will give you virgins. I will give you this. It sounded very interesting. You know,
Can I
can
intervene, brother?
understand.
Can I
why.
intervene? Where are you from, brother?
Romania.
Romania. I'm from Iraq. I ask you some questions, okay? Where is out of the topic bit, but we're gonna go back to the topic, okay? Where is the origin of English language or Romanian language come from? Or French or Italian come from? Okay.
I'm not a linguist.
Okay. I tell you in briefly, okay?
Babylon. Oh, you're from Babylon, right?
From the Roman Empire, Anglo-Saxon migrated to this land 1200 AD, okay? And they were speaking the language of the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire before them was the Greek Empire, or Greek civilization, which was the mother of the human civilizations, okay? And the Greek took their language from the Akkadian from Middle East, from Iraq today. Okay? Look, in the Bible is saying, God is saying in the Bible, Iraq is the cradle of humans, cradle of civilization, and I know you know the history of Sayyidina Adam and Hawa where they landed and Jabal Arafat, and all the human civilization started there. When the human civilization started, there were two pair of humans, Adam and Eve. They expanded slowly.
Some people say it's Adam and Steve.
Adam and Eve, sorry.
Some people say it's Adam and Steve.
Okay, they can't say what they want. Right, okay? Right. All these nations you see around the world, they are brothers and sisters. according to Judaism, according to Christianity, Bible, according to the Quran, you know, all these people come from a pair of human beings, and they divide it. We are creating the troubles, brother. We are the human. It's not God. It's not God. We have money, we have food, we have water, we have chicken, we have fish, we have lamb, we have everything. Why are we fighting? No, he's not. He's son of God. No, he's no. He said no, and keep continuing fighting wars, 1,000 million dying for 2 words. Even sometimes there is no word. You know the nature of the human being. They fight because why you look at me? Bam, 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 bam. And lots of people involved in this situation. Okay.
Football supporters fight each other.
Fighting each other. Even one family, brother and brother, kill each other. Son and father killed their children, raped their children.